Hi, if you're watching this on eBay, you'll know me as dfhannigan, and I'm here today to introduce to you laser tag team-ups made by Hasbro and Tiger Electronics. It's a joint venture. Very cool gear, completely designed to mimic first-person shooter games. Lots of feedback from the tagger, lots of feedback from the goggles, and easier to organize than paintball, no cleanup in between, and much, much better than Nerf tag, no lost darts. So, we're going to go on and we're going to show you some of the features and some of the downfalls of this particular tagger. So as a brief overview of our Deluxe laser tag team-ups tagger, I'm going to go over the specs of the tagger itself. As you can see in the back, we've got some function buttons for actually setting up games, LCD, which shows us a bevy of information from remaining tags and reloads, how many times you've been hit, current ammo in your magazine, and a lot more. Looking at it from the side, we see our trigger button, obviously, and our shields are right below it, a little bit indented, harder to press, just to avoid accidental activation. This is great for when you're under heavy fire. On the top, we've got a receiver dome. This is the actual mechanism that transmits data back and forth at the beginning and end of a hosted game. Plus, it also acts as a warning device. At the end, we've got both a receiver barrel and a transmission barrel. The receiver barrel will capture data from a player who you've hit and let you know if you've truly hit them if you stay locked on. And of course, the transmission barrel is the one that's sending up a tag. Over on the side of the front grip, we can see a function button, which has a couple uses. And right here is our reload. Booting up the tagger just consists of pulling the trigger. You'll hear it come up, and as you can see, its first mode is just a standard laser tag game. This game consists of 10 tags and a couple seconds of shield and individual players. So if I was just to pull the trigger now, I get a 10-second countdown, everyone scatters, no additional setup. Basically, the last person standing wins. And she'll wish you good luck. Now, as you can see, I've got 15 seconds of shield. We've got a count up timer, which is great, because what this allows is it avoids cheating in the game. If everyone comes back together at the end of the game, everyone's count up timer should be the same. If someone is lower, you know that they reset their tagger in the middle of the game. Number of tags is over on our left-hand side. Number of shots remaining is over on the right-hand side. Every tagger in the laser tag team-ups family has its own strengths and weaknesses, and that's intentional. No one tagger is especially stronger than another. One of the best features, I think, especially in an unlimited ammunition game, about this particular tagger is the fact that it's got full auto fire. Now, if you hold down the auto fire, you get an overheat. Now, this is a simulated overheat, of course, and it lasts about 4 seconds. And what it does is it prevents you from shooting for 4 seconds. You can take hits during that time, so you have to be especially careful about using it. But still, the full auto fire is a definite advantage. The stopgap, besides the overheat, to the fully automatic feature is the fact that you do have to reload, and that's just as simple as a click. That means I need to click it. And you can reload beforehand. As you can see, I've still got 6 shots left. I give it a click. I don't lose any ammo. I'm just refilling my clip early. So we're going to start up our tagger and pull the trigger again, and that's going to give us just a basic 10-second countdown for our simple, no setup L-tag game. And after she wishes us good luck, then we're going to show you some of the indicators that this particular tagger includes. You can hear it right there. The danger sign means that there's an adversary nearby, and if we look down the field, there she is. Now, this is great for dusk games. If you're playing when it's not quite bright out, or stick your tagger around a corner for a second, and if there's a reflection from that receiver dome up top on the other person's tagger, you're going to get that danger warning.
Danger.
Now, when things get menacing, what's going to happen is I can get a lock on. That sound means that she's in my sights. So if I pull the trigger now, notice the little icon that came up just to the right of the one that's currently blinking. That is our hit indicator, which means that we've got a successful hit. Now if she's got me locked in, what I've got going on is the icon up in the top left-hand corner means she's taking me out. And you can hear the sound that accompanies it.
Good luck.
So, we boot up. We got our classic laser tag option. If I scroll through here, we've got our join option. If we're joining a host game, quit, puts the tagger back to sleep, and back to classic laser tag. Hosting gives us the option of the games, which I'm about to run through very briefly, and it also links all of the taggers together into one cohesive unit. So each tagger is assigned an ID, each player is assigned an ID, and a team, if they are playing a team game, that means that everyone gets their rankings at the end of a game. Our hosted games include Custom, which is just like classic laser tag, except you can control how much ammunition everyone is given, number of mega tags, shield time, and a couple other options, including friendly fire. 2 teams instead of individual players in classic laser tag. We've got 1-on-1, 3 teams, same thing with 3 groups. Hide and seek is a great back and forth game. Every 60 seconds someone else hides and someone else seeks. Hunt is just like hide and seek, only with 3 teams. Very complex, but if you can get the hang of it, you'll have a great time and it'll wear you out. Own the Zone is just like it sounds. There's a zone that's created by the host tagger, and you have to spend the most time in it. 2-team Own the Zone, same thing, only with teams instead of individual players. 3-team Own the Zone, same thing, 3 teams. And we're back to Custom. So that's a brief look at the laser tag Team-Ops Deluxe Tagger by Hasbro. If you can find them, usually they're in sets of 2 players, and they come with the goggles included. If you're really lucky, you can find a set with the comm headsets for communication, and if you're really, really lucky, you can find the individual sets, which have camo airbrushed decal on the sides. Once again, I'm dfhannigan, and thanks for checking out my option. One other note about the Hasbro Team-Ops Deluxe Tagger is that the goggles aren't mandatory. You can use the tagger with or without them, and all of the gear that you see on this picture can be used together, including the Deluxe, the drone at the top left-hand corner, the Team-Ops Master Blaster, and the newest edition, the LTX Phoenix in the lower left-hand corner.